Hey Cancer, it's Meg with Padmes, and I am doing your Love Sitch spread for January 2022, your mid-month love reading. Let's figure out what's going on with you, Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Cross watchers are welcome. And we are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light because I don't want to talk to anyone else. We're going to do your Love Sitch spread. We're going to take a look at the situation, your energy around the situation, your person who you're thinking about, their energy around the situation. We're going to look at the energy that you share, possible outcome, energy you don't see coming. And we'll do some clarification, get some advice. Let's do it. All right, Cancer. We've got the Five of Swords reversed for the situation. Four of Swords reversed, lots of swords, lots of being in the head, being in your mind. 10 of Wands and Judgment. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about this situation. It looks like there's been some past drama. There's been some past, I'm hearing negotiations and insights, whatever that means to someone. I kind of feel like within some negotiations or within some thought process of what's gone down, there have been some insights. I'm even hearing troubled insights. So there have been past betrayals that have been thought about for a long time. However, here we have this Four of Swords reversed, and it's like, there's some kind of time for action. It's some kind of time for action here. And this 10 of Wands is talking about burdens. It's talking about taking on responsibilities that are not your own. And it's talking about starting over, completely starting over. This can be a reconciliation card. This can be, I feel that this is Archangel Gabriel. It's talking about communication. It's talking about, what I'm hearing is coming out of shame and guilt, starting fresh, starting new, clean slate, reconciliation. There have been some burdens and stress and strain around this past betrayal. Let's go ahead and just start clarifying. Why not, right? What falls out right off the bat, I'm going to put this in because I didn't really shuffle it out, but what falls out is some kind of connection, some kind of agreement here. And there's some kind of decision regarding an agreement. Okay. I want to know mostly what this burden is. This 10 of Wands, what this burden is. What is this burden to start over? It's some kind of burden of healing. So it's about healing the past. I'm taking a look at this Four of Swords. The Four of Swords reversed is talking about birds talking, everybody talking, gossip, but it's not, I mean, it can be gossip, but it's people talking about your situation, getting in your business. Okay, and it's kind of like, how do I want to manage this narrative? How do I want to talk about this? I want to be action oriented and talking about the past and talking about the future and talking about new beginnings. How do I want to do that? And maybe that's the burden, but ultimately what it looks like is the burden is going to be healing, or it has been healing. So the past, so this past betrayal in this Five of Swords is talking about lots of, I'm hearing somebody say lots of baloney, which is kind of funny, but this is about lots of patterns, cycles, and themes that don't really serve you, but also maybe even past arguments. These can be arguments within yourself. Let's take a look at this Judgment. Contemplation, action-oriented contemplation about healing self and moving forward. And here we have the new agreement. Decisions to be made about this new commitment. Okay, let's take a look, Cancer, about your energy around this situation. And we've got the World. So this is completing an old cycle, stepping into a new chapter of life, stepping into a completely new world. here are all sorts of different options. I feel like in this case, this could have to do with lots of people, lots of different options and different people, but this can also have to do with lots of different options about where to go, what to do, how to be. It looks like planning for the future. Here's the 9 of Wands. This is also talking about making some boundaries. I hear making some safe boundaries. This is also persevering through something. It's like I almost gave up, but I'm not giving up yet. And there is some kind of trusting the universe that needs to happen here. It feels like, okay, I'm almost ready. Who's with me? Kind of thing. And then we do have trusting the universe. Here's the 7 of Wands reversed. There's some kind of self-care that's needed here. Like, wow, I even heard like a come to Jesus meeting. Like, okay, what's the reality here? Because sometimes this can be not a falsehood, but that's what I just heard. But this can be magical thinking or creative thinking or, dreaming things. But this is making boundaries around those things. It's bringing those things into some kind of practicality. And this is kind of like, instead of telling yourself, okay, I have to stand in my space and, be defensive, this is releasing defensiveness and allowing the universe to do its job. So there's some kind of complete new beginning here. And looking at all this opportunity and then allowing the universe to bring it to you. Let's take a look at the person who you're thinking of. Let's take a look at their energy. Okay, this person, 5 of Pentacles, they're talking about leaving a situation. They're talking about being left out in the cold, perhaps, or being afraid of that. But they're talking about leaving a situation. And they're also talking about very possibly being the black sheep. They're also talking about 9 of Wands energy. So they're talking about energy like in and out type energy. I'm in, I'm out, or someone is in, someone is out. It feels like fear. But here's the Fool. So talk about like totally trusting the universe and jumping off the cliff and knowing that their wings are just going to expand and carry them away and they're not going to fall into the crevasse. This is going off on a new adventure, going to a new land. And here's the Page of Cups. So they're talking about, this is not accepting a cup of love, letting a cup of love go, saying no to something. Let's go ahead and do some clarifying. So saying no to one thing, I want to know what that is. What are they saying no to? Because they're leaving a situation or they're feeling left out in the cold. There's fear here that this is energy in and then energy out, but they're trusting the universe. And the Page of Cups, it's like they're really wanting to trust their insight, they're really wanting to trust their own intuition here. And they're meditating on this. Okay, I want to look at this Fool card. This new adventure is in love. This new adventure and this trusting the universe has everything to do with their heart and how safe their heart is. This Knight of Wands. Is this Knight of Wands just interested in something for themselves, or are they interested in this whole agreement? That's what they're wondering. Is this Knight of Wands interest, like, are they more in it for themselves, or is there something more? This Knight of Wands is not as evolved as a king. And there's this wondering of what really is this? What is this person really? What is this person? What's their real deal? Let's look at this 5 of Pentacles. Again, I mean, gosh, talk about the end of something. This person's leaving something out in the cold, and there's a complete ending to a situation. They, if this is their energy, this Knight of Wands, they're leaving one situation and headed into another situation. They are acknowledging heartbreak here as well. their heartbreak, your heartbreak, some kind of situational heartbreak here. But the reason that's happening is because they're moving into a different place and they're trusting the universe to take care of their heart. It's kind of like, I'm going to pull another clarifier for this. What are they saying no to? And interesting, because these are both intuition cards. They're wondering if they're using their intuition appropriately. Oh, and it has to do with this leaving this other situation. Am I using my intuition appropriately? I almost feel like, oh, I get it. They're saying no to one thing, and that is their intuition. Their intuition is to say no and to leave and to follow this new adventure. Okay, let's do some clarifying of your energy, Cancer. Your energy, this world, completely starting a new chapter. And it's like, these are the cards I've been dealt in life. It's luck. What am I going to do with this? Well, look at all of this opportunity. Wow. And this is all sorts of auspicious opportunity for you. Tell me about this Nine of Wands. This Nine of Wands, I'm persevering. Ooh, I love this. I'm making boundaries. I'm persevering. And the clarifier here is romance. It's pursuing someone romantically and being relentless about it. And here's releasing the defensiveness. Any kind of defensiveness is being released. Wow, it's totally being cut off. I am cutting my losses of the past. I'm healing from the past, and I'm allowing this healing to come into my life. Wow, I love this, Cancer. I love this romance reading for you. Let's take a look at the energy that the two of you share. Energy that the two of you share together that you both understand. Okay, well, there's some anxiety here. There's some anxiety. There's some self-confidence, awareness that is happening. I'm scared. We're going to clarify this too. I mean, this is a huge new beginning. This judgment, this agreement, this new like world walking into a new threshold type energy, this leaving something, going off on a new journey. Ooh. Yeah, it's like there's a cycle that has completed, and now it's like, okay, what's next? And here's the Chariot. There's a beelining momentum that wants to happen, that there's some kind of challenge, or there's some kind of not hesitation necessarily that I'm feeling, but some kind of maybe slow start. And not that it's a slow start because there's hesitation necessarily. It's more like there's a pause of some kind. In, okay, on this actual journey, this is literally a trip, a going forward, a getting in a car and going somewhere. And it's reversed. So it just means that there's some planning that has to happen before the beeline takes off. Let's take a look at some clarification on the energy that binds the two of you together. What's up with this Nine of Swords? This isn't necessarily a horrible thing. This is part of the planning phase of things, but this is stress and anxiety and thoughts and constantly like obsessive thinking. And this is about planning also. The Foxy can be kind of like mischievous. What's going on here? We've got to create a plan, and it's strategic. There's some kind of strategy involved here. And here's the Nine of Wands again. The Nine of Wands showed up here. No, that was the Ten of Wands. The Nine of Wands is right here. This is the perseverance of some kind of strategy and constant obsessive thinking about it. Let's take a look at this Strength card. So Strength somehow has been coming up a lot for me lately in readings for myself. Strength is all about the capacity to hold the energy that transmutes pain. Strength is how you tame your own lion with your bare hands. And on one hand, there's some confidence stuff here. When you're in your full strength, you have a ton of Leo lion fiery confidence. And when it's reversed, there's something that you're needing to step into your power somehow. So what is this about? What this is about is foundations and building strength and solid towers. This tower is in Lenormand, so it's different than the other tarot tower. Blow you out of the water change, scary kind of stuff. Sometimes it's a good change. But anyway, this particularly is about solid foundations and building for the future. And I feel like this has more to do with planning, and the more plans that take place, the more confidence that you'll have about the foundation of it. There's something about going through a rite of passage and starting something new. And it's really super important to build the foundation of the tower so that it doesn't have any cracks in it, so that it doesn't come tumbling down in the tarot tower. But this is all about planning and strategizing and obsessing about that. So if you are doing that, both of you are doing that, it seems like there can be some solutions there. Okay, so let's take a look at this 10 of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups reversed is like a complete cycle. And now for me, what that means is, okay, what's next? So what's next? Okay, so here's a challenge, but here's a challenge to overcome. In Lenormand, for me, and in tarot, the mountains that you see are all challenges to overcome. They also symbolize for me higher self-awareness. And there's a lot of communication around this, communication with each other about this, but also communication within your mind, within your higher self. There is a lot of collaboration going on here. Let's take a look at this Chariot, this actual motion forward. Okay, and here's taking your power back. So in order to move forward, that's when the confidence shifts. You'll start moving forward. You will write your Chariot when you have more of a plan and you stand in your power. You know what's going to happen. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the burden of this is just knowing what's going to happen. Just knowing what's going to happen. Let's take a look at the possible outcome. Then we'll look at energy you don't see coming this month, Cancer. Possible outcome. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups reversed. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Cups reversed. And here's the Eight of Swords. So for now, possible outcome this month is a pause, a halt in energy, a changing and a shifting gears, not necessarily listening to intuition, and being stuck in the past and really getting into past beliefs. And I feel like these could be false beliefs or beliefs that were true in the past that are no longer true now in present time. But this is feeling stuck and feeling like I need to change from where I was to a different way of thinking, a different stream of consciousness, and I'm trying to trust myself in order to do that. Okay, let's clarify. Possible outcome, Cancer. Possible outcome has to do, here's the shattered mirror. It's looking at things like this Eight of Swords over here. I'm looking at things of the past. I'm stuck in past perceptions and somehow they shatter. they change dramatically. I see something that I didn't see before. This Queen of Cups, not totally trusting intuition, has to do with commitment, past commitment, switching gears, kind of like this is my tending to this garden. When it's reversed, it's like I'm switching gardens and it's happening and it's a shock. It's a surprise the way I am changing and shifting gears, channeling my energy in a different way or to something altogether different. I will say this Knight of Pentacles, this halt of energy, here is an award. This is, I really do feel like this is being rewarded for holding energy, for stopping energy. There's some kind of honor in this. Okay, let's take a look at energy that possibly you don't see coming, Cancer. We've got privileged lady. We've got false person. Imprisonment. And official person. So Cancer, this is what I feel like. There is this privileged lady, someone that you put on a pedestal, someone you give things to, who somehow feels imprisoned by this. I feel like there's some kind of obligation energy. I feel like someone is questioning motives around reciprocity. I feel like someone, like if you give something, and take this the way it resonates, Cancer, this could be you or this could be somebody else that you're dealing with, but like giving things and strings attached. It's like if I take something or if I receive something, are there strings attached? And there's some kind of calling out of this dynamic, saying, labeling it, saying what it is. Okay, let's take a look at Messages of Love Oracle and see what's going on here. Messages of love, what do your angels and guides want to tell you about this? That's kind of interesting energy. If I take something, if I give something, strings attached, how am I actually trying to hold on to someone or control someone? So this could be you doing this, Cancer, or this could be somebody else's energy and you're recognizing it. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. Okay. Wait, the timing is not quite right. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I'm going to pull one more. Past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Whew. Okay. So I'll let you interpret that the way you need to interpret that. I'm wondering about that type of strings attached energy. Let's take a look at, I want to take a look at what this person wants to say to you, Cancer. The past life love, there's definitely a connection here. Our connections are not accidents. They are synchronous. I feel you even though we are apart. I hide behind material things. So many things remind me of you. And I want to pull a romance oracle for you, Cancer. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I feel like some of you have been in separation. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. There's definitely some kind of ending happening. Wow. Yeah, and a new beginning, honeymoon, even a trip. So enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Okay, let's look at some moonology and we will wrap it up, Cancer. What do your angels and guides want to tell you? The answers you need are coming. Meditate and contemplate. And balance spirituality and practicality. What's interesting too is these last two cards, new moon in Pisces and full moon in Pisces. Watery intuition. All right, Cancer, that's what I have for you. Let me know how that resonated and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Cancer.